you feel uncomfortable in your own skin, you do not have a vision for the future, you do not have a purpose for your life, you really do not know what you're doing with life. You're just living.
How often
You're
do you
just
feel
existing.
that? You have those friends that just are always trapped in this suffering state. I've experienced this where I've had friends, and I've been there in the past too, where I feel like there's no way out. It's like the world is against me, is how it truly feels. I'm sick. I don't have any energy. My friends keep stabbing me in the back. Whatever it is, I feel betrayed. How do we, if it feels so real for people, how do we get out of it? And what's the it's like, seems so impossible at times, so dark.
Let me take an example from the nature. If you look at a cobra, it begins to feel uncomfortable in its own skin every few months. And then when it's uncomfortable in its own skin, it's not able to see. Its vision gets blurred. And then when it becomes unbearable, what it does is it moves into seclusion and then gets rid of the old skin, and then there is a new shiny skin that comes up, and then it has a lot more power in its fangs, and its eyes, its vision is very clear, ready for life again. Every one of us need this process.
Really? Shedding of the old skin.
Shedding of the old that you've accumulated when you were in your mother's womb, all that you've accumulated in your early childhood, all that you've accumulated as you move past your life's challenges, the rejections, the failures. It is sitting on you. It is sitting on you. You feel uncomfortable in your own skin. You do not have a vision for the future. You do not have a purpose for your life. You really do not know what you're doing with life. Your vision is very blurred.
You're like, why am I here? What's the purpose?
You're just living.
How often
You're
do you
just
feel
existing. How often I feel that? I don't think Krishnaji allows me to feel that.
You don't think what?
Krishnaji allows me to feel that.
You can't feel that way. How often do you feel like you have to shed at least something?
No, for me, I feel every time when suffering arises, there is this inner vision for a beautiful inner state that we want to walk out of it. We do not allow the weeds to grow in our consciousness.
So they might come up for a moment.
Yes. And then walk out of it.
Yeah, you just move
It's not that I don't feel angry. It's not that I don't argue with Krishnaji, but we do. Absolutely we do. But we walk out of it. Every time we relate, every time it is like we're not carrying the past, we're not carrying the hurt, we're not carrying our consciousness which is damaged. Because when you are damaged, you can only create more damage into the lives of people around you.
There's a great story or fable or whatever it's called of the two monks. I'm sure you've heard this. The two monks are...
Yes, me and Nomi.
What is this?
Yes, me and Nomi. I shared it on the TEDx in Kansas City.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Yes, me and Nomi?
Yeah.
Is this the one where they... one of them picks up someone?
Yes.
What's the story?
Two monks, yes, me and Nomi, are getting back to the monastery, and they're about to cross a village. We name them Yes, me and Nomi.
Okay.
They're about to cross the village, and Yes, me both of them hear a woman crying who's wanting to cross the village, but she's not able to cross because the river is full that particular day, and she's crying because she's not able to get to her toddler that night. So Yasmi offers to help her. So he carries her from the one side of the river to the other side and drops her on the other side, and she thanks them, and they both walk. She walks away into her village, and they both walk towards the monastery. And Nomi, after half an hour, in a very agitated tone, speaks up saying that, you know what you have done. And Yasmi is calm. And he says, our master said never look at a woman, and you saw her. Our master said never speak to a woman, you touched her. Master said never touch a woman, you carried her. It's such a big mistake that you've done. It's huge. And for which Yasmi is very calm, looking at Nomi and saying, yes, but I dropped her half an hour ago. But it is you who's still carrying her. The insight what we insight that we give using the story is, yes, me represents a beautiful state. No me represents a suffering state. No me is agitated before, during, and after the event, and he's continuing to live in agitation and stress. Yes, me is very peaceful and calm. He's present to the lady's suffering. He's able to feel her pain, and then he acts because he's present.
Yeah.
He wants to make sure that she's free of her pain, and then he helps her. And then once the event is over, he continues being peaceful. So, Nomi, the past is lingering. The past is lingering, and the agitation continues. Yasmi is fully present, and he moves away from the situation also completely. So he's not getting back to the women again and again, but Nomi is.